What's up, famsy? My name is Branzy, and welcome to another episode of Branzy Craft. You can see I am just stood here at the end farm, where I'll be quite honest with you guys. Not much has changed. This is pretty much the exact same setup as we built last episode, and that is because I have been very busy, very busy elsewhere. Ooh, look at that XP getting caught in there. We need to fix that. But let me show you, actually, we need to go back home first. Oh yeah, we definitely need to go home so I can show you what I've been working on, because it's been a lot of work, a whole lot of work. Boom, and just like that. Oh, hi, Terrence. Bye, Terrence. Look at this. So besides the ender pearls that I've been working so very hard to attain, as I'm sure you can imagine, look at all this that I've got here. Hold on, let me just demonstrate to you how much I've been doing. Just look. So 5 shulker boxes, right? 5 shulker boxes. Boom. Okay, that's a terrible one to start with. Boom, and then boom, and then boom, and then boom, and then boom. That's right. That is 4 and technically like a half shulker boxes of blackstone. But I had to go back and fix the pick at the Enderman farm over and over because obviously that's a lot of blackstone. And I did not feel like filling up this guy again because it's so much blackstone and ugh. But boy, was that tedious, and I'm glad it's done. But let me tell you, family, that means that we are only getting started with our projects, because today what we need to work on, what we need to work out, is the courtyard in the back here, the upper courtyard, if you will. That needs to be worked out and figured out and planned, because you may have seen it in the test world if you've been watching the last few episodes, that we do have a lot of the stuff planned out, but it's right now in our actual world here, it's just an outline. And so we don't have an actual idea of where the courtyard is going to extend to and where the front door of the actual castle is going to be. You could argue to say the most important part. But yeah, so that's what we need to work on first thing. But one thing actually I wanted to tell you guys before we get started in today's building portion of the episode, did you guys know that you can put 2 pieces of gunpowder with a piece of paper and make power 2 rockets? Now, I'm not saying that these things are that much better, but I mean, I feel like I'm getting some bang for my buck here, and I like it a lot. So if you guys don't know that, there you go. You guys know about as much as I do. Ow, excuse me. Ow, face. Don't break my feet, please. Oh boy, look at this. What's in here? Oh yeah, this is the stuff for the, okay, that's right. Anyways, family, we have some work to get going on today. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, family, so what I've got in my inventory here is a little bit of andesite, and then we got some polished blackstone. If you guys didn't know, polished blackstone, look, you can turn polished blackstone like into any of the other polished stones you want. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. However, polished blackstone bricks, polished blackstone bricks that are, I don't know, the bricks ones, you can't turn into anything else. Like once they're bricks, they're done. That's what they are. It's like stairs. You can't change them. So pro tip, always use polished blackstone. It's just way better, and you can break it down, and it's just great. Anyways, what we need to do is stop rambling and start building. So I need to create this whole outline of how the blackstone is going to fit in here, and I think I know how to do that. But basically, what I need to do is make sure that all my measurements so far have been correct, which means that this guy from here to the edge of this tower should be 14 blocks. Let's see that. 14. Okay, perfect. Yes. This is perfect. This is right where it needs to be. And then that means that from here, that this guy from here to here should be 13 blocks. So let's go 13 and then corner. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. Okay, cool. So then from here to there should be 13 as well. 13 corner block. Perfect. Okay, good. That means that we are on target and on track with this building. That is such a relief. I would really hate to have to undo any of this because it's so much work, but it's so worth it and it looks so cool, and it's gonna look even cooler very, very soon. So let's continue here. So basically, what we need to have happen is this, wherever this thing lines up here, this guy needs to be a tower, right? Like this right there. This was the first block of the tower. Ignore my temporary, oh, goodbye forever. I have so much, I don't even care. I'm rich. Let's do this thing. So basically, the way that this works is we have to take out that block, and we have these two, and then we can put a temporary block there if we want to, but I don't have that much of that. Let's use the cobble. Yeah, the cobble's a way better idea. Let's use the cobble, and then we go 2 there, and then we say 2 here, I believe, and then we say this guy, and then 7 here. And then we can come behind this guy right here, like this, pop, and then ba, and then kapa. And then we line up right perfectly right there. And yeah, then I think from here we actually just have our wall. Like, so let me explain. This guy right here, this kind of like weird curve, this is going to be one of the major towers in our build. This is big boy number 1. It's gonna be a whole lot of supplies for that guy, but I do want to get this whole courtyard laid out really quick. So let's finish this up. It's pretty much going to be the exact same layout as this, but this guy is going to come out 25 blocks that way, and then we repeat this, and if it's all copacetic and everything lines up perfect, then we should end up right in the same spot, being 1 block away from there. So let's see how close we can get. And 1, 2 leads into the corner over here. Fantastic, man. That's awesome. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need. And that means that our build is symmetrical and it's working out and planned great. So self pat on the back for us. So look at how little work was actually done on this, but look how much it took a stack, almost a stack of blackstone just to do one like small line in this thing. Like that shows those 5 shulker boxes are gonna go real fast, especially now that we're to the part of the big build. Like this is the big build part of the whole build. So it's gonna be a lot of blackstone. I'm pretty much gonna have to take out the entire nether, but it's gonna be so worth it. This thing's gonna be so cool when it's done. It's already really cool, and I really love how this all feels, but we're not even done. We're not even close to done. We gotta press on. We just have to. So let me get some blocks together, some andesite specifically, mark the center of this guy so we know where it's at, and we can start putting in an actual floor for the courtyard and some lights and things, and yeah, and that'll, I think, be a pretty good starting point for us in our courtyard here. All right. So that was a lot of blocks. That's a whole lot of blocks. That's a lot of andesite. So all right, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. All right, now let's talk for a second. So as you can see, get up on these stairs real quick. You can see I went ahead and I got this whole thing done. This whole inner courtyard right here, where the door is going to be a very small courtyard, really. But when I noticed like how small this courtyard actually is going to be once we get these giant towers in here, it made me start thinking we needed more outdoor areas in here, or in this build. And so what I went ahead and did is I just went and built out all of the courtyards over here as well. This was something that I think I mentioned doing a few episodes ago when we initially built this thing, but I was kind of back and forth on the idea, honestly, because it was a lot of andesite and I didn't know if I wanted to use it all on this. But I decided, you know what, this is definitely where how this needs to be, because on one side, what I'm thinking is we can build like a fountain or something kind of cool on this side, something decorative and nice there, and then on the other side over here, oh, it's so far away, we can build another kind of a courtyard that's more nature oriented, you know, with maybe some fancy mushroom kind of trees and styles and things. I don't know, I got a couple ideas, but let's fly up here and just take a look at the space that this thing is taking now. Oh boy, Famsy. That footprint just grew so much. Holy cow. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need some something in here to make this up a little bit more. But we have such a great view of Blonde Skunk's mushroom hut here, so that's great. Fantastic. This side I think is definitely going to be more of a fountainy side, just so we don't get lost with the fancy trees and stuff on this side. I don't know. We'll see how we want to lay out the whole thing as we get building this a little bit more Famsy. But what I want to do just really quick, because we don't really do this very often, so much of like the resource gathering and things happen off camera, whoa boy, that I feel like we never really check on the farms, and like we've built so many, why not? Oh boy, they're back. Oh boy, security's back. Anyways, I feel like we should check on the farms and stuff and just make sure that everything's running properly, and you guys can kind of see how much we've accumulated with the different designs that we've gone with here. The villager farm, the off switch, still working like a champ. These guys have not made any new friends. I feel a little bit bad, but they seem like they're creating their own friends just fine. So so that's good. Let's check on the Sugarcane Farm. Only time I ever come in here is when I need rockets now, and you can see that we got a whole double chests full there, about a couple rows here, some, you know, miscellaneous items here and there, but we got a whole ton of sugarcane, and I don't really use it for anything, but it's nice to have. Let's check on the Kelp Farm really quick, which, if you guys remember, the Kelp Farm is in the bottom of the ghost ship here that we built. Initially, like, I think it was the first like 20 episodes of this thing, we built this thing, and then yeah, I had to move it because it was driving me crazy that we never got to see it, and it's so freaking cool and I love it. So let's check on our rates in here real quick and see how things are going. I have a feeling, yep. We've even got a bunch of bone meal going on in here now, so this thing is just killing it with its rates and giving us all sorts of goodies in there. I'll never need that much kelp ever, but I would I think eventually get like a stream going that'll get kelp just shooting directly over to the furnace arrays, because it's not really doing much for me over here. It's like an additional step. I have to go over there, and then I have to go there, and blah. What am I doing, playing survival Minecraft? Jeez. Yes, I am. Let's check on the iron farm really quick, just right over here. This little thing here, ooh, produces so much iron, it's insane, and I can't keep up with it. Like, we have so many poppies that I don't know why I have so many. I feel like we could get another bone meal thing going over here and expand our storage because, yeah, we're full. This thing has been full for probably some time. But look at all these iron blocks. This thing is insanely productive. But let us not forget about our weeping and twisting vine farm here. This thing is such a simple design, and I love it. And the thing I love about it, ooh, it's very productive for what it is. That I didn't have to watch any tutorials on this thing. Like, this is a pretty simple design that I just did, and I don't know. I feel like I've never really been good with redstone and farms in general, but yeah, I feel like I'm getting better as time goes on, and this Let's Play has been a huge help in that because it really forces me to try a lot harder and to build some really cool stuff and to take things to a different level. And by level, I mean literal level when it comes to the mob farm here. Now, this mob farm it's insanely productive. Like, guys, this looks like, oh wow, you have a lot of stuff. This has been full for at least a month. Like, this whole thing has been doing this for at least a month since we built this thing, basically. Like, it's insanely productive. It's so cool, and I love it so much. Oh my gosh, I love how this little waterfall and this river right here all connect together now. It's just, I can't wait to start building over here once we're done with a little bit more of the castle there, because you can see I moved I moved all the animals that were in our little cow farm over here and haven't done anything with them. And same with the sheep, haven't done anything with them. Like, there's no sheep farm or wolf farm or anything. And look, there's the bone horse just chilling over there. Like, he's been there for at least 30 episodes. I swear that guy's been there. But yeah, I mean, we've done quite a bit of stuff in this world already, and granted, we're 40 episodes in, but I mean, look at the scale of like where we were when we started to what we're building now. Like, it's so cool. Like, there's so many interesting builds in this world, and I love it. I love it so much. It's so cool. And speaking of cool, Terrence seems to has found his way back to his bed. Oh, beautiful, Terrence. For whatever reason, you guys may have caught it in the time lapse, baby boy up there popped right through the window, I swear, and just landed right here. And he was just wandering around out here. And it's fine, Terrence. You go wherever you want, all right? But I mean, stay safe, because I need you. You're my only friend in this world. Oh boy, I really need to light this place up. Oh boy, oh, don't creeper, bad creepers are bad. Okay, so... oh boy, spiders. Oh, just not today. Okay. Now, I guess I'm gonna deal with the little green man over here, and then we will come back and we'll start working on these courtyards. Oh boy, he's getting closer. I gotta go. All right, famsy. So I have been a little bit busy on these courtyards, and I don't know if they're totally done, but we've made quite a bit of progress. Let me show you what we're working with. All right. So on this side, what I decided is to go with kind of like a somewhat forest fountain kind of feel. I don't know. I felt like it would be kind of cool that instead of having one side that was like a fountain and one side that was trees and stuff, to break it up into kind of both, you know what I mean, in different styles. And I'll get to that side in a second, but you can see that in this little courtyard here, it's pretty standard little fountain, nothing too crazy about it. We could spruce this up a little bit, I think, but I like how this thing has turned out so far. We've got some nice little like planter box looking things here, some benches that are actually beds, and this is actually kind of an important part for this build, is that I want the villagers to be over here, and I want them to want to hang out over here. So what I'm thinking is if we can hide certain elements like beds and workstations and stuff throughout the actual build itself here, it'll keep villagers around here. But in case they decide to wander off, you can see there's this line of carpet right there, and that line of carpet right there is 5 deep, I believe. So that means that villagers, when they hit this, they're not going to see this as a valid way to go. So they're gonna go there and then walk back. At least that's the plan. Who knows if that'll actually happen? We'll have to test it a little bit. But I actually really dig these benches too. Now they're not totally centered, I'm gonna be honest with you, but just ignore that. Just ignore. But I like this design. It's got, you know, signs on the side, and the trapdoors make it seem like the side or the armrests are a little bit lower than the back. And I don't know, I think this is actually kind of a cool little idea here. So yeah, I got some carpets around lining the fountain just to give it a little bit more pop on the fountain itself. And on the inside of here, you can see we've got some crimson. What is that? That's the crimson. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. What are you called? Crimson Nylium. That's what it's called. Okay, so we've got crimson Nylium in the pots, and we got some vines growing down for us here. And I think that's gonna make these look a lot better once they're all grown. But I'm digging this little area. This is the red side. This is the crimson side, if you will. And if we come over here to the other side, you'll never guess what the other side's gonna be. You'll never guess. Never guess. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Big reveal. Bam. It's the warped side, and we've got the same basic setup. It's pretty much symmetrical, but the trees are different. So these trees are a little bit taller, and they're a little bit more flowery, like the way that they branch up and out like that. And I love how these turned out. I think they're so cool. They're so like unique. I don't think I've ever seen a tree like this before. So I don't know. I think it looks really cool. And I think these benches, because of how well the warped stuff goes with like anything crimson, anything cyan, it just looks so cool. And these sea lanterns look so good over here. Oh, I just love it. This is definitely my favorite of the two sides, but I don't know, I like the difference in the two of them. It's kind of like combining the two of the new biomes that we've got in this update in 1.16, and I'm really looking forward to that release. But yeah, looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. Once these vines all grow up, this will look a little bit different as well, I think. But yeah, I think this looks pretty cool. This is a pretty epic courtyard, if I do say so myself. Okay, maybe not epic, but it's a pretty dang cool design, and I like it a lot. So we'll say epic-ish, okay? Anyways, famsy, I have done quite a bit of rambling in this episode, and I apologize for that, but I don't know, I love to show this stuff off and kind of see how the whole world is doing, not just the build that we're doing now, because we have so much in this world, and it's so cool, and I love it so much. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these courtyards. If you guys like that there's the warp side and the crimson side, or if they should both be warped. I don't know. I really like the difference in the two, but this one just pops so much more to me, and I love it. I don't know why. This seems so much better. But let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions at all, you know what to do. Just leave me a comment down below, and I'll always love to hear from you guys. And if you guys did enjoy today's episode, be sure to leave a like on it as well, and it's always appreciated. And as always, tune in for the next one.